Hello everyone and welcome to this short video. This is Jones Chase's A to Z of employment law, and today I'm dealing with the fourth video in the series, which is about the letter N for negotiation. We do get asked quite often, how do we negotiate our cases? So in this video, I'm going to give you some inside knowledge on how we do it by way of 5 top tips. I should add that Jones Chase has well over 100 years of combined experience of successfully negotiating winning results for our clients, so do drop us a line if you need any help. Okay, so moving quickly on with our top tips. Tip number 1, it is all about preparation. Do not go into the negotiation underprepared or thinking that you can essentially wing it. Quite often, the other side will be very prepared, and having a well-prepared case yourself will give you confidence and keep you on track when something unexpected happens, which it often does. I appreciate that this may seem to be an obvious point, but I'm afraid we have witnessed countless occasions where the opposite sides of the negotiation turn up unprepared. It never goes well for them, and you can gain some serious ground if you have your house in order. So therefore, know the detail of your case inside out, know your strong points, know your weak points, and know the same for the opposition. Think ahead and be ready to deal with all eventualities. Tip 2, always negotiate from a position of strength. Now, this is perhaps my favorite negotiating technique and something that I always swear by. Again, too many people begin to negotiate when they are not really in a position to do so, perhaps driven by emotion or some other sense of urgency. You do need to give the other side a reason to give you what you want. Otherwise, there is no power behind what you are saying. Therefore, I strongly recommend making a few moves first and holding off on entering into negotiations until you are ready to do so. If you do not know how to find your position of strength, well, give us a call and we can definitely help you with that. First impressions are very important, and this is your chance to make a real impact for yourself and to gain some critical momentum, which is often essential in the negotiating process. Tip 3, know your leverage. Firstly, on this point, I would like to say that legal arguments, in my opinion, will very often beat emotional or commercial points. Legal arguments can be quite binary. They are often the decisive factor in winning or losing cases, and they will very often beat purely commercial arguments or points based on emotion alone. It can be very powerful to say to the opposition that something is unlawful, so do take your time to fully understand your legal position before you negotiate. And secondly, to complete the picture, you have to know the commercial context within which you are negotiating. So understanding the combination of these two elements is absolutely essential to help you to get to where you need to be. Similarly, tip 4, know the opposition. Too many people forget to do their due diligence on who they're negotiating with. For example, if they are legally qualified, how experienced are they? If you're dealing with the other party directly, what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses? Are they pro-risk or risk-averse? How big is the ego? Are they emotionally invested in the case, or are they pragmatic and simply looking at it from a financial or commercial perspective? Also, consider what external factors they're worried about, such as reputation or other wider commercial issues. Are they a bully? If so, typically the way to beat a bully is to be a bigger bully. And these are just a few examples, but I believe it is essential to know all of these things before you begin to negotiate. And I think that understanding your opposition is an absolutely critical part in successfully negotiating your way to a favorable outcome. And lastly, tip 5, have multiple strategies that you can run. Again, another point that is often overlooked is to not go into a negotiation with a single goal, objective, or strategy in mind. Too many people crumble when they don't achieve that goal or if that strategy doesn't work. Therefore, I believe it's fundamentally important to have a plan A, a plan B, and even a plan C in place, so you don't get caught out when plan A doesn't work. Far too many people negotiate with only route 1 in mind and can become completely unstuck when that plan fails. So don't let your overconfidence in plan A be your downfall. Okay, that's all for this video, and stay tuned for further updates in our A to Z of employment law series. Furthermore, if you're worried about a difficult situation or a difficult negotiation ahead of you, whether you're a business owner, a HR specialist, or an employee, you don't have to face this on your own. We can help you prepare and often do the negotiations for you. Again, the lawyers in the firm are experts, and Jones Chase has over 100 years of combined experience of successfully negotiating great outcomes for our clients. So do drop us a line on the numbers and other contact details below, and we'd be delighted to help you. Lastly, from me, I hope that you found this video useful. If you have any negotiating tips of your own, please leave them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you, and thank you for watching.